All right, guys, we are back with round two redo format at Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got myself on the left playing Karakuri Geargia versus John Vigil on the right playing windups. This tournament was 3 rounds of Swiss, cut the top 8. We both won round 1, so whoever wins here is guaranteed a spot in top 8. This was only a 10-man tournament. We're still kind of new to redo. Like the reason we're even playing is just because John and Lou loaned out they're letting almost everyone borrow decks. People haven't built their redo decks yet. I'm still working on mine as well. So John went first. I'm a tour guide. Grab tour bus. XYZ summons into Zen Mighty. And then activates Factory. So yeah, pretty strong opening for John. Now let's see what he's going to bring out with the carrier. So now we'll see if John or I can win this tournament, because John and I and Los I think we're the only ones who have won in 3 different formats on the channel. So if now Los can't get the 4th because he didn't win during hat format, while John and I did. So John and I are racing to see who will get that 4th format win. All right, so yeah, pretty good opening. What do you search? Magician? Yeah, he searched Magician off the Factory and then set to back row. I know some people like to hold their carrier, but it just depends on your hand. So here comes Dark Hole, Chain, Rabbit. And then it goes, he's going to chain the tour bus and the Factory. But I'm going to chain space to the Factory. I actually think I think tour bus is not that bad, because it allows you to recycle carrier. So it brings back the Rabbit. Yeah, I got rid of the Factory because otherwise I'm going to lose the game. Just he's going to out-advantage me. So he MSTs my Warning, but he has access to Zen Mighty again. So if he would have searched Shark the previous turn, he would have been in a really good spot. Yeah, because then he would have magician sharked me right now. So here he summons the tour guide, brings out the Sangan. I don't recall John ever playing this deck back in the day. I mean, he might correct me in the comments, but I don't remember him ever playing this deck. I'm just picking up my cards. Like, he has so much advantage. I'm just like, no, I'll get you this game. All right, so quick game 1 from John, who will move on to the last round of Swiss to potentially get the 1 seed. We have Donnell D Nasty is waiting for the winner of us. I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, but it's just to see who gets the 1 seed and guaranteed a spot in top 8. All right, so here comes Geargia Armor, Special Summon Accelerator. So I know people like to side in Nobleman against Geargia, so I kind of try to play around it game 2 and 3. So I'm debating on who do I want to detach, the Armor or the Accelerator. Depends on the rest of my hand. So I just grab back the Accelerator, detach the Accelerator, grab back Accelerator. Oh, I don't think I let him cut. Did I let him cut the deck? Whoops. I wasn't paying too close attention. All right. So now here comes Dark Hole. I mean, if it was Armor, he would have Dark Hole my Armor. Sets 2. Now I set Armor, set a back row, pass to John, and John is going to end phase dust my Warning. Yeah, see, John drew a couple of those. I think his hand is kind of bricky, where you draw too many rats, too many magicians. So now I flip Armor. He Valors my Armor. Yeah, I can see life points. So we're both at 8K. Special Summon Accelerator. You know what's funny is I've only played, this is probably only like my 2nd time ever playing Geargia. The only other time I can recall ever playing Geargia was one time Ryan and I. It was like the first. I didn't have a hat deck at the time. It was like the 2nd hat tournament or 3rd. It was the 2nd or 3rd. It was probably the 2nd hat tournament, and Ryan just let me borrow his Geargia deck, but like I've faced this deck so much, so I kind of know it. I've played against it so many times in hat format. All right, so here he solemns my Barreto. But it's fine. If he runs over my accelerator, I'm going to grab back armor. So, all right, now John sets a back row. Let's see. Here comes Arsenal. So Arsenal is going to attack because it's at 19 because I have the accelerator up. So I don't want to like walk into a warning. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was a magician set. Now I'm going to tribute my Arsenal and bring out armor. I probably didn't have to set it here. Yeah. All right, let's see what John can do. He's got like 2. Yeah, his hand is pretty bad. So he's forced to summon Rat. So I use Gozen Match on the summon because obviously there's no priority in because I want him to leave the Rat in attack mode, and then I chain Maxi to the MST just in case if he has Shark. So, yep. Now he sets 1. Yeah, so like people are like afraid of windups. They think the deck's too powerful. But me having played the deck so much, a lot of games you draw hands like this where you just open Rat, Magician with nothing in the graveyard. That like you really need to see Rabbit and Shark or Tour Guide in this deck. That's why whenever Tenki came out, a lot of people were main decking Tenki, and they would splash like one random bear in their deck, so they would go like Tenki to get access to Wind Up Rabbit. So now I special summon Accelerator, Exceed with both accelerators into Gear Gigant X, Effective Gigant. So I'm going to try to wipe his board, basically. Grab back the same accelerator. Just because you want to keep the... I'm guessing, again, me having never played this deck. I just seen people, like me having watched so many hat videos. I would watch them grab the accelerator. My guess is because they want to keep the resources in their deck. So I go for Maze Stroke, normal summon Thunder King. So yeah, this is going to be tough. Tough for John to deal with unless he has Mirror Force. So attack over the Rat. Thunder King attack over Magician, and Gigant X attack him directly. And here he's going to MST my back row. So you can see here I'm going to debate for a while. So at the time of this, right now I'm recording this video, is the day right after the tournament. So this is fresh in my memory, not even 24 hours ago. This, and my back row is Compulse. Now, I'm guessing like, I just can't handle the Gores. It's like, I just can't. I can't deal with the Gores. He might have been bluffing me, but you never know. That's why I chose just to play it safe, because... Alright, now Jaunt, set a back row. So I just switched the Maze Stroke to defense. And now he set a second back row. And I'm MST the new one, which is Factory. So now that he set the Factory, I was like, there's no way you have Gores. So he pulled a good bluff. He compulses me. And let's see if I attack him. Yeah, see, I was like, there's no way. If he would have dropped Gores on me right there, I would have been like dumbfounded. I would have been shocked. But John picks up his card. Maybe John was better off to keep bluffing the Gores there until I drew an out. That might have been, yeah, that might have been the right play. All right, so game 3. Who will move on to the final round of Swiss with a guaranteed spot in top 8? So John starts off by summoning Wind Up Rabbit, set a back row, and pass. Standard opening. At least you open the rabbit. So summon Thunder King. Here comes a warning. Warning the Thunder King. And activate Monster Reban. And attack the rabbit. He's going to chain. So he's going to take... So he's already down to like, what, 41? God, Monster Reborn so good. See, if that was Brain... This is why the argument between Monster Reborn and Brain Control comes in. Like, what is brain control is not as good as reborn in this situation. So I don't know which one. Like, I feel reborn might be a little bit better. All right, so here comes Dark Hole. He chains Rabbit. That's fine. Now he summons Tour Guide. Too Good from the Underworld. Gets Sangan. As far as this build, I again I borrowed this deck from John, and apparently he copied Bronte's. Bronte's. Apparently, I think he topped some online tournament with Geargia, and I like his side deck. His side deck was pretty strong, but the main deck, there's just a few changes I would make. I think he's playing too many hand traps and too many calls. I would throw 3 upstarts in there. I think the deck needs 3 upstart for sure. I would maybe cut down to 2 call, cut maybe only 2 maxis, and maybe I'd find another card we could cut. That's about it. But that's the only thing is like when you don't see. So yeah, the way Gozen works here is the wind-up rabbit comes back and then it immediately gets destroyed. So the reason I flipped the Gozen is because he doesn't play a rank 3 XYZ, and he lost his wind-up rabbit thanks to Gozen match. So you can see here a couple of the weaknesses with wind-up. They just lose hard to the Floodgates and Max C and Thunder King. The deck is really strong, but it has a lot of weaknesses as well. Okay, so now John sets a back row and passes. So here we flip armor, activate armor, search, Geargia Accelerator, special summon Accelerator. Okay, one of the reasons probably why Bronte doesn't play Upstart is because the deck can put 8,000 easily, but I think I would still risk it because I feel you lose way more when you don't see armor. More so than when you OTK them through 8,000. Like, you have to see armor. I mean, you play 6 copies, but... Alright, so Synchro for 8. So I reset the armor. Go for Barredo effect, but he solemns my Barredo. I mean, he's already like at 2050, so... Yeah, he was at 41. Now he's at 2050. I mean, I'm fine. I don't have anything to stop Heavy Storm, but like he has to draw it. Like, I know he doesn't have it, so he has to rip it. So now John sets a monster, sets a back row. And here we flip armor effect. No response from John. I wonder if I'm pretty sure he sides in MSTs and stuff. You have to, man. Dust Tornadoes, too. I just think he's just not drawing them. Alright, so I'm looking at Soul Silver Mountain. So we add Arsenal. Normal summon Arsenal. So run over the Sangan and then run over potentially a Magician. That's why I'm attacking with the Arsenal because it's at 19. And it is Tour Bus. So Tour Bus can put back what? The Tour Guide. And then Armor Effect to set itself. And then Geargia Arsenal. Pop. Get double armor. So I'm just trying to outgrind him. Like, I'm going to have so much advantage. And set a 4th back row. If I remember correctly, the back row I just drew was Solemn Judgment. So now I feel good. I have Solemn. Now even if you do rip your Heavy Storm, I can stop it. Alright, so flip armor. John's got what, 6 cards? And I got a bunch. I'm just slowly gaining advantage with armor. Flip another armor. Search another Arsenal. I think I'm out of accelerators. So summon MK2. And he warnings my MK2, leaving himself at 50. Yeah, now he's at 50. So I'm trying to go for game, and I remember what happened. So I tried to go for Popple Imperative, but I forgot goes and matches on the field, and Popple Imperative is not an earth monster. I think it's a light. So yeah, I can't make this play. Luckily, John caught it. Yeah, John caught it. Okay, so we go back. And now, I don't think I can OTK him. I don't play Cowboy. Is Cowboy an earth? Man, if I played Cowboy, it was game. Gog, gog, gog. Yeah, Cowboy would have been game. But I might be able to OTK him anyway. Because I'm going to attack his other monster. So I attacked Sangan with armor. I'm going to attack him with Gigant. And then, yep. And then attack him for game with the second armor. So it didn't matter. I mean, the only thing was I was afraid of him like having like a fossil diner or something like that. Just something random. But I ended up pulling off the Legacy 2-0. So I'll give a little bit of a spoiler how this tournament, again, me and Donnell are playing for the 1 seed. The last round is Swiss. Usually we do 4 rounds, cut the top 4, but what usually happens is that there's always someone who gets paired down, and the pair down lost in this particular tournament. Now, as far as John goes, he did win the last round, and he made top 8, but we didn't feature him again. No, he lost in top 8 to Chaos Dragons. We saw McNett play Chaos Dragons round 1. He got paired against John in top 8, and John lost. So we won't see John return. So for this particular tournament, John was the only wind-up player. So we won't have wind-ups again for the rest of the tournament, which is sad because it's probably my favorite deck in Redo. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out the link in the description. I have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epic Cards and Games. The code is my first and last name, Oscar Zelaya. One word, all caps. Yep, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.